here we are live in Tel Aviv with the Greek representative this year, Katerine Duska. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So you've done your first rehearsal, and we've seen a run through. How do you think it's coming across on stage?
Well, we're changing a lot. I mean, there are very important things that we're working on right now, but I still think that it was a productive rehearsal, and the crew was very cooperative, very respectful. So I think that's really important. So I'm feeling hopeful about it.
Good. So my question from obviously you have one of the more interesting music videos of this year.
Thank you.
You seem to be shrouded, and it seemed to be a theme because obviously Tamta also had a bit of a shroud as well in her music video. How did you communicate some of the messages that you've done in the music video to your on-stage performance?
It's definitely the same world aesthetically. We have the same director on board, and I still think it's very female dominating, and still very powerful but gentle at the same time. Romantic, a bit weird as well. I think all of that. I mean, I think it's a very delicate visual, but the fighting spirit at the same time.
That's a really good way of putting it, actually. Now, see, my boss obviously is Greek, and he was actually very interested in to find out what the symbols are actually on your backdrop, because he couldn't recognize or identify any of them. Do you know what those symbols are representing?
The thing is that, I mean, we have our own interpretation, but we kind of like to keep it open.
Sure.
I'm really enjoying the fact that everybody has their own version. I think it's really fun. It's not, I mean, we didn't necessarily try to bring something Greek in a traditional way to the table. But, I mean, we're all Greeks, so you can't but not have Greece as an influence.
Of course. Of course. So, obviously, you were born in Canada, actually. I was born in the US.
Wow.
So, very international contest this is.
Sure.
So, how do you feel that your roots from Canada has brought sort of interest and luck, I guess, to the contest?
Well, I'm really happy about the fact that it will be broadcasted this year. Eurovision will be broadcasted for the first time in Canada this year.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which is amazing. My parents still live there, so I mean they didn't have the chance to visit Israel this time around. So I'm happy that they're gonna be able to watch it, just like everybody else. And hopefully at some point Canada will be part of Eurovision as well.
Yes.
Well, Australia are.
Well, yes,
exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly. Australia has paved the way.
Indeed. Well, technically, Israel isn't actually in Europe either. So, but there you go. But okay, I know you wanted to ask some questions as well.
David Sneddon is one of your songwriters,
Right.
And he is famous for being in Fame Academy, which I don't know whether you know anything about.
Which I had no idea. I really had. I knew David Sneddon from Lana Del Rey's National Anthem.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the writers on that track, and I loved that song. So that was mainly the reason I wanted to work with him. And when I met him, I found out about Fame Academy, but I had no idea. He's an incredible songwriter, but an incredible person as well. He's one of the most charismatic human beings I've ever met. He just came into the studio and he owned, he just owned it. I was just like starstruck by him because he's really intense. He's very passionate. I love his temperament, and he's at the same time he's so professional. He's so nice. He respects your vision. He came into the song in the last stage of the song, and I didn't know if it was going to work out. It was the first time that I was experimenting with co-writers. I usually write my music on my own, music and lyrics. So I'm just so happy. It was such an ideal situation with him, really.
Has he given you any sort of advice or tips on Eurovision?
He loves Eurovision. He's a huge fan, so he's gonna be here. He's coming.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah. So I can't wait to see him. Advice? I mean, he's such a fun guy. He's just all about embracing the moment, you know, just that's it, just being grateful and being happy. He loves the song. He really believes in it. We all really believed in the song from day one. So I can't wait to see him, and I can't wait to work with him again.
It was really good. One of the interesting facts about him is he was actually a wildcard replacement because somebody dropped out in Fame Academy, so he wasn't actually meant to be there.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he ended up winning.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
He's amazing. No, I mean, you can't not like David.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, he's something else. He's special.
Yeah, it's a stereotypical nice guy.
So positive.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So obviously you co-wrote the song obviously with David. So where did the idea for the song come from?
Well, I had originally written the song with Leon of Athens, who is an indie artist based in London, but from Greece, which I love very much. And I mean, we have great chemistry. We understand each other completely as artists. So it was our song, and then we felt like it needed something. We wanted to try some things, and this is when David came in. But I'm sorry, what was the question? I'm sorry about that.
Okay,
I got carried away.
No, that's fine.
See, when I talk about Leon of Athens and David Snett, I get carried away. But yeah.
So where did the song come from?
Where did the song come from? Well, I wanted to write a song, an extroverted song, because I'm usually the opposite. I'm very introverted. And all of my songs are super personal, super deep. And I wanted to write a song that I could share with a lot of people. This is a huge stage. You know, this is a huge crowd of people watching. So for me, this was the challenge. I wanted a song. I wanted a song that could feel like an invitation and an embrace at the same time. So yeah, for me, it's a song about believing that you deserve better, that you deserve more. And I usually say that once I think you establish that kind of love for yourself, that better love, it comes in your relationships with other people, and for me that's sort of the key to a better world.
Absolutely. Such a great message.
Yeah, it is a
Thank
great
you.
message. It's a really good message.
I think it's universal and anyone can relate to it, and always relevant, always current.
Indeed.
I think you're going to show that though in the performance, because obviously during the rehearsal I actually felt that. So I think that is going to come across.
That's beautiful. I hope so. I mean, that's my goal, and I really want to convey the message. That's
really
it.
good. So what would you like to say to your fans out there that are watching this?
Thank you all so much for your support so far. It's really, really meant a lot to me. I hope you keep supporting till the end. So all my love to you, all my better love to you. Mwah.
Take care. Bye.